Let us begin with Chapter 6, Section 2. Problem number 1, A union B. Let's look at the elements of A and the elements of B. And the union of both are all the elements. So the elements of A is 4, 8, and B we have 9, 10, 14, and 20. And these are all the elements in A or B. Second one, we have A and C. So A and C means the intersection of A and C. And the intersection of A and C are the elements 8 and 10. The third one here we have B intersection C and intersection A. In other words, what are the elements or element that are in all three? And the element 10 is the element that is in all three. The next one we have A complement union B complement. Let's first calculate A complement. And A complement are the elements that are not in A. The elements that are not in A but are in U are 7, 9, 12, and 20. And let's calculate B complement. And those are the elements that are not in B but are in the universal set. So the elements that are not in B are 7, 8, 12, and 14. So A complement intersection B complement are all those elements. 7, 8, 9, 12, 14, and 20. The next we have B union C. So let's calculate that first. B union C are all the elements in B or C. So we have 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 20. So that is what's in the parentheses. Now let's calculate A complement and all these elements. So A complement and those elements are what's in A complement and all these elements. And that is 7, 9, and 20. So 7, 9, and 20 are the elements in A complement and B or C. The last is the cardinal number of A and B. The cardinal number of A and B is 2, which means there are 2 elements that are in A and B. Moving on to number 2. Here we have a Venn diagram. So here a survey was done of 200 shoppers. They found that 80 people owned a cat, 55 people owned a dog, and 23 people owned both cat and dog. How many people in the survey owned neither cat nor dog? And how many people owned a dog but not a cat? So let's call this circle the cat and this circle the dog. So we first start in the middle with both, which is 23 owned both a cat and a dog. And now we know that 55 people owned a dog. So here we have 55 minus 23, which equals to 32 dog. And cat, we know that 80 people owned a cat. So we have 80 minus 23. So 80 minus 23 is 57. And on the outside, let's calculate the total. So here we have 200 total minus 57 plus 23 plus 32. So here we have 200 minus 112, which is 88. So therefore, how many people in the survey owned neither a cat nor dog? And that is 88. Owned neither a cat or dog, and how many people owned a dog but not a cat? And here we have 32 people, 32 people owned a dog but not a cat. Moving on to number 3, we do the same as we did with number 2. We first start with the middle. So here we have a cell phone and a landline. 25 students owned both cell phone and landline. So again, the cell phone, we know 95 owned a cell phone. So we do 95 minus 25, and that's 70. And landline, we have 65 students owned a landline. So we have 65 minus 25, and that is 40. And then here on the outside, we add 70 plus 25 plus 40. And then we have 140 minus that total, which is equal to 5. So how many students surveyed had neither a cell phone nor a landline? And that is 5. Owned neither. And how many students had a cell phone but not a landline? So here only cell phone is 70. Now let's move on to number 4. And here now we have 3 Venn diagrams. So we first are going to start with all 3. So let's call this one the walking. We'll call this circle the biking circle. And this one we will call the swimming circle. So we're going to start with all 3, which is 25. So 25 enjoyed all 3 exercises. 78 enjoyed walking and swimming. So 78 enjoyed walking and swimming. Therefore, we have 78 minus 25, which is 53. 54 owned biking and swimming. So biking and swimming is 54. So we have 54 minus 25, which is 29. And then we have 100 people enjoyed walking and biking. So walking and biking is 100. So 100 minus 25 is 75. So now we have 123 people own swimming. So this is all swimming. So 123 minus this total, and that gives you 16. 184 enjoyed biking. So this is all biking. So we have 184 minus these totals, which is 55. And then walking, we have 250 people enjoyed walking. So 250 minus these 3 total, and that is equal to 97 enjoyed walking. A total of 400 participants were surveyed. So therefore, you total all these numbers, 97 plus 75 plus 55 and so on, and you subtract 400 minus that total, and that gives you 50 that enjoyed none of those exercises. So now that our Venn diagram is completed, let's answer our questions. How many people did not enjoy any of these 3 exercises? And we have 50 enjoyed none of these exercises. How many people liked both biking and swimming but not walking? So biking and swimming but not walking is 29. And how many people liked exactly 2 of the exercises? So exactly 2 is the 53 plus the 75 plus the 29. So we have 53 plus 75 plus 29. These are all the 2. And totaling that up, that equals to 157. Liked 2 out of the 3 exercises. How many people liked swimming but not biking? Here we have 69. Enjoyed swimming but not biking. And how many people liked only biking? Only biking is 55. And that completes our section 2.